Today's commentary is titled, What is Nigeria? What does Nigeria stand for? Have you ever asked this critical question and given serious thought to what Nigeria stands for? Whether you are Efik, Ibibio, Ogoja, Ijo, Igbo, Ishekiri, Ishan, Urobo, Edo, or Yoruba, what would you say that Nigeria means to you? Would you say that to you Nigeria means land of freedom? Nigeria means land of liberty, land of justice, land of equity, land of prosperity, land of brotherhood, land of peace. Nigeria means a land of safety. Is that what you would say? 99% of all the people living in Eastern region, from Calabar through Owerri to Agbo, and from Ogoja through Onitsha, Asaba to Sapele, will give a loud and resounding no as their answer to all these questions. The same answer will be true for all the people living from Benin to Abeokuta and from Lagos to Osogbo. For 99% of the people living in southern Nigeria, that is what Nigeria stands for. Persecution, exploitation, poverty, and miserable death. So, if Nigeria is a land of bondage and slavery, a land of injustice and inequity, a land of persecution, a land of poverty, a land of hatred, a land of crime and criminality, a land of misery and untimely death for you and your family, why are the people of southern Nigeria, and especially the people of Eastern region, still staying in this godforsaken country called Nigeria rather than get out of it? Why? Why would an Ijoman who has seen Nigeria slaughter hundreds of thousands of his fellow Ijomen, women and children, stolen hundreds of billions of dollars that rightly belong to the Ijo, and destroy Ijo land, rivers and streams, and left the Ijo to a life of the living dead, why would any Ijoman, woman or child want to have anything to do with Nigeria? Why would any Igbo man, woman or child who knows that Nigeria slaughtered and starved to death millions of Igbo babies, murdered in cold blood more than 100,000 Igbo people in northern and western Nigeria since 1980, looted and burnt property and goods of Ndi Igbo worth billions of dollars, confiscated land and mineral resources belonging to Ndi Igbo, stole hundreds of billions of dollars that rightly belong to Ndi Igbo, purposely left infrastructure such as roads, railways and water supply to dilapidate, decay and fall into disuse, purposely refused to provide new and support existing institutions such as schools, universities, hospitals and health clinics that make for sound economic development, purposely created the worst unemployment situation in the history of the Igbo, repeatedly and systematically crushed and squashed the spirit of enterprise, creativity, talent, respect and admiration for labor and entrepreneurship of the Igbo. Why would any Igbo man, woman or child ever want to have anything to do with Nigeria, not to mention answer the name Nigerian? The same thing applies to the Efik, Ibibio, Ogoja and other people of Eastern region. In fact, the same thing applies to the Edo and the Yoruba. Nigeria became independent in 1960 against the objection of the Hausa Fulani oligarchy and the people of northern Nigeria. Then, there were three regions, East, West, and North. Each region was completely autonomous except for police, army, customs, immigration, currency, and judiciary. Each region designed its own educational system, developed its own agricultural, industrial, technological, infrastructure, and health programs. What was the Eastern region like then? The Eastern region had more secondary and technical schools than the West and North combined. The Eastern region produced the largest number of graduates, engineers, doctors, lawyers, judges, teachers than the North and the West combined. Other black African countries came to the East and West to recruit judges and chief justices to man their courts, including their Supreme Courts. Academic standards in the Eastern region were so high, it became the model for other sub-Saharan African countries. Autonomous Eastern region government recruited experts from Israel and together with the agricultural experts in the Eastern region developed farm settlements, rubber, cashew, palm, cocoa, timber plantations all over the region. Obudu Cattle Ranch was designed to produce so much cattle that Eastern region would have no need to buy cattle from the Fulani herdsmen, but will eventually export beef to other countries of the world. Food was so plentiful and cheap in the Eastern region that the government of Dr. Ayobara ran enlightenment radio and television campaigns begging people to eat chicken and eggs. The government of Malaysia came to the Eastern region to learn how to grow palm trees. Palm oil is the mainstay of their economy today, and their researchers are refining palm oil to the point of using it to drive cars. Transamadi Industrial Layout, Port Harcourt, Emene, Nkalago, Calabar, Onitsha, Owerri, Umuahia, Asaba, all became centers of industrial development for cement, iron rods, ceramics, roofing sheets, and other building materials, soft drinks, beer, textile, etc., etc., etc. The roads built by the regional government of Dr. Ayobara, such as the Onitsha-Owerri Road, was so solid they lasted until 2006. Some of them are still there. Obasanjo's federal Nigeria government awarded contracts on the same Onitsha-Owerri Road more than 5 times, and yet the road was never built. Other roads in our region have become death traps due to neglect by the federal government of Nigeria. This purposeful neglect and abandonment of the Eastern region by the federal government of Nigeria is true for hospitals, universities, health centers, industries, agro-industries, water, electricity, etc., etc., etc. The Hausa Fulani Yoruba oligarchy and the Sokoto Caliphate running the Nigerian government simply steals hundreds of billions of dollars of our money from the Eastern region, and abandons our people to suffer incalculable hardship and miserable death. When the people of the East were autonomous, Oji River Power Station supplied electricity to Enugu, Onitsha, Owerri, Umuahia, Aba, Port Harcourt, Calabar, Okigwe, Oka, Nsukka, and other towns. Electricity was regular, cheap, and available, and our industries flourished. Pipe-borne water was available, regular and pure in all these towns. Our roads were excellent and well maintained. Our hospitals and health centers were very good and helped save the lives of millions of our people. Our schools were superb and the center of attention all over the world. Companies were begging our graduates to work for them. Our people were healthy, happy, proud, and prosperous. Then, Nigerian barbarians invaded our land and turned our beautiful life upside down.